What's up? Hi, my name is Tiffany.
And I'm Angie.
And welcome to
Sugar and Spice TV. Now we know it is a week. It is January 7th, a week into the new year, but we still wanted to say
Happy New Year.
Today we're just going to kind of address our 2016. What our 2016 looked like. We're not going to go in great detail, but an overview. And talk about what we would like 2017 to look like, our personal, in our personal lives, and of course with our channel as well. So we're gonna get right into the video.
All right. So the number one question that we have is number one: how did our 2016 go?
Cool. Yeah.
All right. So for me, if I were to describe my 2016, I would definitely say it was a year of opportunities and it was a year of growth. Like I said, I believe a lot of opportunities opened up for me, especially in the modeling industry, being able to travel and such, and also just being able to grow in God and, really strengthen my faith. So I think, like I said, my year for 2016, it was just opportunities and just growth.
That's good. My 2016, the beginning, I felt like the beginning was very strong. For me, I'd say this year was like a year of like self-realization. I really realized a lot about myself. I saw a lot of strengths, and I also saw some areas of concern. I saw, things in my character that I really saw the need to improve. It really kind of magnified itself. So self-realization for the most part. Like I said, the year started strong. Toward the end of the year, started dealing with some things. And I was just ready to see 2016 go at the end, whether it was with politics and with all that stuff that was going on. We had riots going on, and just in my personal life, dealing with people and things like that. I was ready to see it go, ready to start again a new year. So self-realization, but it was overall a pretty good year. So yeah. As far as some of the biggest things or the most challenging lessons I learned in this year, I'd probably say letting people go. That was the biggest thing. Oh my goodness. You guys know from previous videos that I never had a boyfriend, but I had talked to guys that for a period of time that I built a bond with. So it was a challenge to get to a point where, hey Angie, you have to let this go and move forward. So letting people go, not just letting go, but letting go in here.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. Letting go in here, really honestly letting go, and letting go without being angry, letting go without hating because they moved on with their life. Just letting people go, and say, you know what, cut this out of your life, and it's time for you to move forward. So that was the most challenging lesson, because sometimes we like to let stuff go and then we like to pick it back up. So that was a challenge for me overall. So
all right, so for me, some of the biggest lessons that I've learned in 2016 was basically accepting God's timing. One of the biggest things that I dealt with in 2016, I was wanting to move to New York, and I was planning that trip since April to move to New York. I was already starting to pack stuff, save money. I sold my car, y'all. I sold my car, and the month that I was supposed to leave, y'all, everything fell through. After I sold my car, I had my hopes up for this thing, and I'm telling you guys, that thing messed with me for a while. I was stressed, I was just angry, and I felt like this was God's will for my life, and it was just a huge blow to my heart when that situation didn't go through. So, through time, of course, I began to heal and get over it, but, with that situation, I just learned that, our timing is not God's timing. I didn't lose much. I did lose my car, and I did end up having to get a new one, which I got a little minivan.
You really had the minivan.
But I didn't have to spend much for the minivan, and it's getting me from point A to point B. But like I said, I didn't lose much. Like I said, the only thing I pretty much lost was, my high hopes at that time in my vehicle. But, God strengthened me, and I'm still moving forward. But like I said, I definitely have to say, just accepting God's timing. That's one of the lessons that I learned in 2016.
And I was a part of that because we lived together.
Yes.
And that situation was as good as done.
Right.
I mean, we were packing stuff. I was taking my pictures down out the house.
Nails off the wall.
We had to cancel. They tell them to cancel our. It was literally up to the hour.
Yes,
you
up
know,
to the
and
hour.
we were canceling our lease. I was about to move out, and honestly, I wasn't. I know she had been talking about that was a serious situation.
Right.
And honestly, it was rough on her because she had her hopes up so high for this. She had been talking about it and going back and forth and getting things done.
Business stuff, everything.
That was I can speak to how big of a lesson and a challenge that was in this year and how she got through it. One day I came home and she had bought a lot of new stuff and she was redecorating the bathroom. And I'm just like, what? Like what's happening? Because I was getting my heart prepared because I'm like, we got to move out of this place,
Right.
And I was trying to figure out what I was going to do,
Right. You remember I called you at work. I just called her and I was like, Angie, you don't have to worry about packing. And I just hung up the phone.
And I don't even think I responded.
You did.
I don't even think I said, what?
Right.
I have pictures and everything boxed up, and I'd already got my mind prepared that, hey, she's moving. And that was hard because she was moving. That was hard for me to deal with, and she just told me, and I came home and I didn't even know what to say, and it wasn't that I was necessarily happy or sad. It was just, that's what it was, and I don't want to say too much in the beginning because I know this was real hard for her, but she got through that situation. It was difficult, but I can attest that was a huge situation. So, yeah,
guys, but I'm still strong, still here.
Yeah.
All right, good question.
Biggest accomplishment.
Yes.
Biggest accomplishments in 2016. One of the hugest hugest is not a word, bad English, but starting our YouTube channel.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Starting our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We had been talking about it, and there was some apprehension because again, she was moving.
Right.
And it was just we couldn't really make up our mind.
Right.
Honestly, a lot of it was that, and just really getting the inconvenience of getting it started and figuring out what we were gonna do.
The editing stuff we need to use.
The editing and a lot of stuff we didn't know. We didn't know how to do. You know what I'm saying? So when we made that first YouTube video in October of 2016, that was a huge accomplishment. Not that we started, not that we have 50,000 followers yet, because we're going to get there. But the fact that we took a step and did it, and we were able to see, wow, we really did this thing. And we went through a couple things, going back and forth. We just weren't going to do it at all.
Right.
And we decided to do it, and we're here today. In January 2017. So that was a big accomplishment. Staying in church was a big accomplishment. Sticking with God. I hadn't always been strong. I hadn't always been doing everything I needed to do. Hadn't always been focused. But I still kept going, and I still have a mind to be saved. I still have a mind to walk with God. That was a big accomplishment.
Okay. For me, one of the biggest accomplishments for me is also, just making it over in the Lord. Making it over in 2017, still with a mind to serve God, a mind to be in the house of God. So that's the big thing for me because, people that start off with God don't end out with God at the end of the year. So that was definitely a big thing. And another accomplishment for me from 2016, which I feel like is my biggest one, is becoming a supervisor at my job. As I stated before in one of our videos, I do work for the Department of Revenue and the Collections Department. And in May of 2016, I actually was promoted to a supervisor. So that was something very, very, very huge for me because I never took myself as being a supervisor or, being over people and anything like that. So when I found out that I got the position, I'm just like, wow. It was definitely an eye-opener for me, and it was definitely something that I feel like has helped me become stronger within myself, improving my confidence because, like I said, I'm a supervisor, so I think that was something really, really, really big for me. So I'm really thankful for that. So the number 4 question we had was, what are your goals for the new year?
As far as goals for the new year, I think, starting with my personal, I always want to improve. I think most of us do. Every year we want to improve. But we're also creatures of habit as well. So we tend to find ourselves kind of going back to the same old behaviors, thought processes, people, and we find ourselves in a cycle of the same behavior, the same thought processes. So me personally, I want to improve, and I do believe that parts of my thinking is also changing to help that help me maintain consistency. But as far as first and foremost, my relationship with God, just depending more on Him for my life, for my future husband, for, and I believe that's coming up.
All right.
Speaking faith, so I'm excited for that. And I just stopped for a second, but no, I'm really gonna trust God, continue to trust God with His help. In my finances and my decisions and my character. That's one thing that I really want to focus on is my character. I feel like the Bible says that beauty is vain, charm is deceitful. So a person's character is so important. So I have to work on areas of myself, my attitude, and things like that, and really improve in those areas. And I really want to. Letting people go is also, I feel like I started strong, letting people go, so that I can open myself up to whatever God has for me. Even if those relationships weren't necessarily negative, they just weren't productive for my life. Right. So it was just time to say, you know what, Angie, and Lord willing, I'll be 30 this year. So I just can't keep going with, with certain things, even if it's unproductive. So improving an area of my life and our YouTube channel. I really want our YouTube channel to grow. I believe it can grow. We plan to really continue to put out good content that is real, and not just fake stuff, and really be able to communicate with our audience, with our friends and things like that. And we really do appreciate you guys. I really wanted to throw that in there. So that's the biggest thing. I want to improve Angie, nobody else. I need to improve me so that when the time is right, when that right person comes along, I want to be in a really good place. Not perfect, but in a strong place, first with God and myself.
Cool. All right. So for me, I kind of just jotted down. Number one, I want to pray more, and I want to grow in God's love more this year. Like I said, I just don't want to go to church, but I actually want to grow in my relationship with God. So prayer, reading my word more. So that's definitely something that I want to do. I want to exercise more. I'm excited because we're starting to work out together on Saturdays. We actually went to go work out today. So man, body's feeling good. So we definitely want to stay healthy in that area this year. I want to eat better. Like I said, veggies, salads, just eating right. You know what I'm saying? Not all the junk food all the time and all that. So I want to work on that. I also want to try to relocate this year. That is a goal. Like I said, I'm waiting on God about it, but it's something that I'm thinking about. So still praying on that. I'm not going to move before God, but that's something that I've been praying about. I want to start giving my offering more at church. Okay. I know people be like, ooh, you'll be giving offerings, but for real, I have no excuse. I want to start giving my offering to church and stuff. So that's something I want to work on this year. And I want to meet my mate this year. That's flat out. It ain't, I feel like, through the years, I've been working on myself. I'm ready, so I really want to meet the person that God has for me this year. So. And do New Year's resolutions work? I'd say yes and no. Right.
Just because it's a new year doesn't mean that you're automatically going to stop doing things.
Right.
Absolutely not. True. It's here.
Yes.
It is here.
Yes.
We are creatures of habit. So until we get tired, really sick and tired, because sometimes we can be tired and still not quitting certain things or letting certain things go. But until we really get sick and tired of certain things, each year will turn out to be the same, even with good intentions. Good intentions won't change a thing. There has to be a change in mindset.
Yeah.
So there's always hope in a new year, which is awesome. And I love the hope of a new year, starting fresh, a clean slate. But if this is not changing, it's going to be the same old thing. Sooner or later, it's going to be the same old thing. Right. So that's just my little spiel on New Year's resolutions. So.
Like I said, do they work? Like she said, I said the same thing exactly. Yes and no to a certain extent. Those things that we can control, yes, as far as working out, eating better, exercising. God is not going to say exercise. That's something that you have to want to do. It has to be in your mind I want to be healthy to do that. And there are some areas where we have no control over to change. So it could be, like I said, finding a mate, or it could be, you know, getting well with something, or starting a business or something like that, because some things are just in God's time. You can't make it happen. You can't rush it to happen. It's in God's time. So like I said, it's a yes and no type of thing, but those things that you can control, make sure you control it, but it gotta start from here, like my sister said.
So, lastly, the biggest component of change, and we're gonna be done after this, is here. It's here. I'm learning as I get older. I'm learning a lot as I get older, honestly, but that our mind is so important. Again, good intentions is not enough. We really have to get it here. We have to be done and sick and tired and of living certain ways here first. And then once our mind connects, then our actions are going to automatically follow. So, you know, it's about renewing our minds daily for those of us who believe in Christ, and hopefully those who are going that direction. We got to get this renewed. And once this is renewed, everything else begins to fall in place. And honestly, I'm at a point with the God's help, not me alone, because I can't do it alone. You know, I just don't want any nonsense this year. You know, I want to be focused this year. Anything that's not going to help me grow is getting dropped. I've had to drop some things early this year, and that's just what it is. So,
all right, same lines of what she said. You know, your thinking plays a big role, and I wrote down this kind of slogan: whatever has the mind has the man. If your mind is not where I want to be healthy this year, if your mind is not I want to grow in God this year, then yourself, you won't do it. You won't want to go to church. You won't want to read your word. You won't want to grow spiritually. So if your mind is that I will do this, or I will, you know, get better with my eating, or I will get better with my health, if that's in your mind and that is your will to do, your body will follow. So like I said, I just think, like I said, you have to be focused, you have to be serious. Like she said, you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And once you get to that point, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you.
And that's pretty much all we have.
That's
we
it.
Just wanted to overview our 2016, go into 2017.
Right.
We hope that you enjoyed this video.
Yes.
Please subscribe. We're really wanting to grow. We don't want you just to join just because you just want to join and we're asking you to.
Right.
We want you to actually like the content, receive something from the content, and join because of that reason. Tell a friend, tell your family. We love you guys, and we appreciate those who are already supporting us. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
We
subscribers.
look forward to an awesome new year.
Awesome.
Bye.
See you guys later. Love you. Bye. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa.
No.
All right, y'all. See y'all later.